to make a start on repairing the carving that fits here. So I've got it over on the bench, and I'm going to stick it to this cardboard, and you will see the reason why in a minute. You can see that it has been broken for some time. There's a repair there which has been done with araldite, and there's no way I'll be able to get that to stick again, so I'm going to have to remove some of the wood from there. There's a little bit of wood missing there, so I'm going to have to make that up. Obviously stick that back on and put a little piece on top of there, and I'll show you how I do it. So I've used tape there so that we can get the orientation correct, so that this lines up. Once I've replaced all those little bits, this has got to line up to fit here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stick that to the cardboard. So I'm using animal glue there to stick it down. It'll stick to the cardboard, and when I need to remove it, I'll just use water to remove the cardboard. Cardboard, of course, will hold it all together, so I can work on it. So you see, I've used these particular clamps, which are quite good for this because they have soft jaws and they're not going to damage the carving. It's been stuck on using a board underneath like that, and that'll keep the thing flat until it sets, so that'll be left overnight. So here I'm going to glue this piece back onto there, but it needs to be held flat while it sets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little bit of our microcrystalline wax here as a release agent, and then I'll use some glue and cramp it together. Now what I've got here also is some softening, so that when I do the cramping, it doesn't do any damage to the carving, because the cramps that I'm going to use are a little bit more harsh than the previous ones. So there we are, it's stuck to the cardboard and it's assembled, but I need to make sure that it will actually fit in place before we go any further. Right, let's just make sure that it fits. Everything touches where it ought to touch, and that when it's pushed up will fit okay. Right, so the missing pieces are here and there, and I think there's a little bit missing off the bottom of that as well. I do have the bit for the for there, so that's good. So there we are, that's the repair. You can probably see I've replaced that little bit at the top there, and rejoined it, and it follows these little steps down. If you're interested in aspects of traditional restoration and conservation, please visit our website at www.arc-services.com.au for downloadable how-to videos and accompanying ebooks.